Have we seen the last of Justin Fields? An insider suggests perhaps so. Some quarterback drama on One Jets Drive. Where would we be without it? Boy Green Daily starts now.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Ashton Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcasts. We have a full article in the YouTube description down below on this very subject matter, which we'll get into throughout today's program. Let's kick it off. It's the weekend. It's a Saturday. We have memberships flying in. More on those in just a moment. Let's bring in my co-host extraordinaire. It's Hop on Pop here on a Saturday. Pop?
Hey now, good morning, Coffee Club.
Well, thanks for hosting us for the last couple of weeks because we had the Thanksgiving, we had the Notre Dame trip, which I'm reorganizing here because there's a reveal to come, folks. More on that later.
What reveal?
Yeah, well, people will see it when they see it. I'm going to have to rearrange perhaps some lighting, too, to make sure whatever I change can be properly accentuated. But more on that perhaps in just a little bit. Before we get to the news pop, I see we got some memberships being gifted right off the top rope. It's our guy, Paul Texter, baby, a 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Before we read out those 5, let's play a video.
Flag for taunting. I don't know what that is.
I am still unclear what Marcelino McCurry Ball was doing there on the ground, but nonetheless, here we go.
It's J-E-T-S, Jets. I love Fireman Ed, too.
All right, Pop, who are the 5 new members of Boy Green Coffee Club?
Michael Batista, 9796. Ronaldo U. Foy, 1012. J.S. Krolax. Bronx Jets fan, and C-Bull 8723. By the way, whatever that person's doing, like I would say that I don't know, I'm not familiar with that player. I probably would go my whole life without knowing that player. So if your intention was to be a goof and then have people, that's how you become famous. I don't know what that was. I don't know why you would do it, and he just looked ridiculous. It was just embarrassing.
Yeah, he is a team captain. First time voted team captain. He's our special teams team captain. And, one more time.
Flag for taunting. I don't know what that is.
Dropping on the deck and flopping like a fish, perhaps. A little SpongeBob ode. Could be. There you go. Marcelino McCurry Ball. Salute. Unfortunately, Marcelino's out this week. He has an injury. Unclear if he injured himself during that celebration, but nonetheless out for this week.
Yes, he gets the Hop on Pop Goof of the Week award. Goof.
Didn't know that was an award that's being doled out, but nonetheless, Paul Taxter, shout out to you. We'll add you to a raffle total. You're in second place with my Pop's favorite shipmate, DNY for life. So, Paul Taxter, thank you very much. We'll get more into our prizes that we have available. We'll get more into that in a little bit here on the channel. But I want to, for all the people that either watch the show after the fact or the audio-only version, I want to make sure I get right to it for you guys. So we'll get into more of your celebrations later. Thank you, Paul Texter. There's some quarterback drama happening at One Jets Drive. So Tyrod Taylor's a starter. That's not in question at this point. But Aaron Glenn announced yesterday that Justin Fields is out for Sunday's game against the Miami Dolphins. And he was, of course, the backup quarterback. Here's how Aaron Glenn described it yesterday. Quote, Justin had some knee soreness in practice on Wednesday. We limited him on Thursday, and today, which was yesterday, Friday, he will be out. He's going to be out for the game, all right? And we'll see how he progresses going into next week for him to be ready for that. So Brady Cook will be our backup quarterback, and we'll be ready to go. A media member asked a follow-up question like, with all due respect, how the hell did Justin Fields get hurt? He hasn't been playing. Quote, Yeah, it popped up in practice on Wednesday. He felt sore. He wanted to go practice on Thursday. We limited him. Then, as we looked at him, it was something that we didn't, that we wanted to get to rest and make sure we get it right. That is Coach Glenn's explanation of the situation. So, Pop, it's in the YouTube poll right now. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, I appreciate it. Make sure you guys like the video there on YouTube. That's the best way to contribute. Now, I'm not normally a conspiracy theory guy, not normally, but this seemed kind of odd. Justin Fields was healthy as an ox for many weeks, by all accounts, and he gets benched ahead of the Baltimore Ravens game. Tyrod Taylor QB1, Justin Fields QB2. Justin Fields reveals last week that the team approached him about a wildcat position where he would have a package of plays running around, and he told Rich Cimini the same thing he told the Jets, that he had mixed feelings about it because, coming cold turkey off the bench, he could hurt himself, a soft tissue injury, all these other things. And then Aaron Glenn responds to hearing that from Justin, says Justin will do whatever we tell him to do. And now Justin Fields has this mysterious knee injury, interesting timing, and he's unavailable for this week, and who knows about next week. Aaron Glenn even left the door open like, I don't even know about next week based on whatever this thing is. Like, I don't know, but the old red flag is going up here. Like, that seems sort of odd. So the question we put up in the YouTube poll, Pop, is do you think Justin Fields' injury is legit or faking injury so he doesn't have to play? Yes, totally legit, or no, this is sketchy, fishy. And 88% of the fans agree with me that it's a little fishy. I throw it over to you, Pop. What say you?
Yeah. So there's a lot of things I think here, but I'm going to quote somebody, and it's actually two people I'm going to quote on this.
Oh, right. Sure.
Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Is SAWFT. Soft. If I would quote Enzo Amare and Big Cass, he is soft. All kinds of soft. That. In the closet, soft, as he's weeping into his mother's nightgown. Right? Okay. My knee. I don't want to play running back. Soft. SAWFT. Soft and embarrassing. That's who Justin Fields is. Okay. I would tell you the Jets needs to stop footing around with this guy. I would make him the 53rd man on the roster every week for the rest of the season. I would come out with a press release that Justin will not play another snap for the New York Jets, and that why he won't. He refuses to contribute to the team despite making $20 million a year. And they just need to stop. They just need to man up, right? We're not going to cut him and cut our own throats. But, yeah, he's persona non grata there. Yeah, I wouldn't let him play again.
Yeah, again, I'm not normally that kind of guy to draw these conclusions without all the information, but it's just very weird. It's very strange. And Rich Cimini, going to the other part of our headline here, that insiders suggest we may have seen the last of Justin Fields. So let's go to Rich Cimini. He puts up these little blurbs on ESPN for all the New York Jets subscribers to the ESPN platform. Jets backup quarterback Justin Fields was ruled out with knee soreness on Sunday, meaning Brady Cook will be the QB2. He asks this question: have we seen the last of Fields in a Jets uniform? Aaron Glenn, who said the soreness developed on Wednesday, was non-committal on Fields' availability next week. The Jets may want to see Cook in a backup role, which would mean more practice reps and the possibility of eventually seeing him on the field. Fields was benched in week 12 in favor of Tyrod Taylor. So, yeah, Rich Cimini believes, whether it's by Jets' choice to sort of what you're saying, like send a message like, hey, man, all this extracurricular activity happening, or just in general, if it works out for both parties, Fields just want to play because he's already looking towards his next destination. Jets like, great, we wanted to check out Brady Cook anyway, and you pulling this card makes it a little easier for us and less dramatic, for lack of a better word, to get Brady Cook those opportunities, because that would have been a thing inevitably if not because of injury. Aaron Glenn came up to one of these pressers and said, hey, by the way, Brady Cook is QB2. We'd be like, whoa, what happened? Justin Fields, this, that, or the other. With it being an injury, it's a more convenient way for this to happen.
Yeah, and I would tell you that I would go to Justin Fields and like, listen, hey, man, I understand you're reluctant to be a running back, but let me put it very clearly for you. you're going to play whatever, like AG said, you're going to play whatever position we tell you to play, or you're going to be in violation of your contract, right? We need to stop effing around with you, right? 40 million reasons why you're going to do what we say and stop being a bitch about it. I mean, I'd rather not. Okay. Well, there's everyone on the coffee club, everyone watching on YouTube, everyone, even you who lives a pretty good life work-wise, right, has to do things that we don't want to do. Every workday, there's something you don't want to do. But you know what you do? You do it or you don't. Like, yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. Okay, buddy. Well, we're not going to pay you anymore. Well, there you go. That's the way they need to treat Justin Fields. Yeah, I don't really want to do that. Let me see. Yeah, I don't give a shit. You're going to do it or you're not going to do it.
Yeah. The thing I don't understand, and talking about this because I try to wear both of my hats here as a diehard New York Jets fan, obviously, and my job in media of covering the Jets in podcast form or written form and all this other stuff is that, and I just mentioned a new item that may be coming over here in some form of view is I think about Rudy and like Rudy doing anything and everything just to have a chance, scratch and claw, everything just to have a moment, just a brief part. And that's what he was fighting for. And then we go to Justin here. And Justin, before he got bent, said he was willing to do whatever for the team. And even like when it was up in the air, like, ooh, maybe Tyrod could play, or maybe Justin could play. Like he said, hey, man, I'm cool doing whatever it is for the team. The team. Wherever they want to do, whatever they want to do with me to help put them in a better position, that's it. And that's easier to say when you're in the plus opportunity. When you're QB1, you know, of course, I'll do whatever for the team. That's what you're supposed to say. It's a little harder from QB2 because what does that entail? Admitting that and then doing whatever that thing is. Now, not every quarterback can be a wildcat quarterback. Some quarterbacks don't have the athleticism or skills or talent to be able to do so. So I think that's a frustrating part for me and maybe for some fans is that Justin indicated just a handful of weeks ago he'd do whatever he wants for the team. What's that? I can't. I'm gonna mess up. You'll know the song, Dad. I would do anything but that.
I would do anything for love. It's a Meatloaf song, but
yeah,
I won't do that.
But I didn't want to. Yeah, but I won't do that. You know, so I didn't want to misrepresent. God bless, God rest his soul, Meatloaf. But you know, I won't do that. That just was sort of been going through my mind on the field thing. Oh yeah, I'd help the team. Well, that. Oh.
Yeah, where is the Rudy helmet, by the way? Where is that thing?
Again, that's going to be a debut item.
Oh, you have not. Oh, okay.
Ruined it
okay.
Now.
You are the one that just said it.
I said early. I didn't say that.
Nobody knows what we're talking about. Let's move on. Anyways,
okay, well,
now. Yeah, so, yeah, and by the way, don't cry a river for Justin Fields. He's lived a pretty charmed life. When he was signed by the Jets, he was in Dubai at a barista in Dubai. His life has been pretty good and will continue to be pretty good. But
and I'm not doing, and I want to make that clear. I'm not crying for him. I'm saying like it's infuriating as a fan. Like, man, if you go out there and put it out on the line, I have a certain respect level for anyone who plays in the National Football League. People break arms and break legs, and I mean it is violent. It's intense out there. And are you not entertained for all us fans? So, but when someone does this, it just talking out of both sides of your mouth. It just it's upsetting.
Yeah,
it's frustrating.
Yeah, he's worried about being run back. I'll tell you what. Go watch Earl Campbell. Watch Earl Campbell walk across the room nowadays. All right, and he struggles because he put it out on the field. And I don't advocate for that, but if you ever watch Earl Campbell run, it is pretty amazing, right? But he paid the piper for that, and he didn't make Justin Fields
70
money.
Years old now.
He didn't make Justin Fields money, but yeah, make sure you take that like button to Pound Town. Let's go.
There you go. 100%, folks. Appreciate that. Yeah. So again, that's the Justin Fields side of it. You guys can continue to vote. I'm sure we'll get a lot of your colorful comments when we open up the phone lines. But so I just wanted to address that piece of the puzzle. But again, there is whatever the word is, there is a net positive from this. and it's Brady Cook getting his chance and rising up the rankings. Now, he's just one injury away from stepping into the game. And by the way, to give you a quick reminder of Tyrod Taylor's durability issues, here are some of the things he's dealt with in his career recently. Broken ribs in 2023, concussion in 2022, left wrist injury in 2021, hamstring injury in 2021, and that punctured lung in 2020, which, that little trigger-happy doctor there with the Chargers. And most recently this season with the Jets, he had off-season knee surgery right at the start of training camp. So, I mean, this guy, and he re-aggravated that knee injury back in week 7 against the Panthers. So he's had injuries all over the place, historically speaking, and specifically this season. So Brady Cook is just this close to getting on the field, and we'll see what the young man has. So, that's a net positive from this negative situation here with Fields. Like, the net positive is, well, we're all getting what we wanted anyways. Brady Cook slowly, methodically getting closer and closer to the gig that eventually, I imagine, with 5 games to go, will happen at some point. It's just a matter of no longer if, but when.
Could you just, for the, with enthusiasm, could you say, let Brady cook?
Well, I will say it when he's eventually going to start. I don't want to say let Tim Boyle.
Yes, that's exactly where I was going.
Yeah,
yes, that's it.
Yeah.
So, do you prefer your food boiled or cooked?
Oh, I
boiled
see. I
or
see what
cooked?
you did there. I guess it depends on the food, but
hey now, and the shout out to Indy to take that like button, treat it like you're in an elevator with Ray Rice. Or, you have to go pick out your own stick like Adrian Peterson's son.
I'm not going to highlight that one either. There's going to be no I appreciate the creativity, but that's about where the appreciation ends right there. That's wildly inappropriate. I will not highlight that.
Or you're like P. Diddy's girlfriend in the hotel hallway. Anyways, hey now.
This is going down a dark path. That's pretty fucked up. Anywho, Pop.
That's just like That's My Boy. Remember? That's fucked up. You have a name for it? Anyways.
Right. Yeah. That's yes. That is a different direction entirely. People, feel free to watch that movie if you haven't already.
That's My Boy. You've got to watch it. It's very funny.
Yes, Adam Sandler. Rex Ryan's in it as well. So
there you go. It's got Jets ties. Jets ties.
There is Jets ties.
He actually espouses his love for Tom Brady in that movie, if you remember.
I do. That's an uncomfortable scene. There is a game tomorrow. It is Jets Dolphins. It's the second of 2 matchups. Quite frankly, the Dolphins have dominated this rivalry since November of 2016. I have this because I'm actually writing it for a piece that will drop later today. The Dolphins have won 15 of the last 19 matchups against the Jets. That includes several broomskis over the last handful of seasons. So the Jets are trying to avoid getting swept. They're trying to get the first AFC East win of Aaron Glenn's tenure as the head coach of the New York Jets. The Dolphins are a 2.5-point favorite in MetLife Stadium as the Jets will host the Dolphins. However, it's fair to note the Dolphins have lost 7 straight games, including playoffs, when the temperature has been below 45 degrees, and it is set to be exactly that tomorrow. I'll give you guys an updated weather report later. What's your thoughts on this Jets-Dolphins contest, Pop?
Yeah, my thoughts are speed. Speed kills. And we'll look back on tomorrow night or Monday morning. And if the Jets don't win, the reason they won't win is speed. The Miami Dolphins dynamic all-purpose tool, Swiss Army knife, has nothing but speed, and that
Devon
is
Achane.
Yep, the Jets have to figure out a way to stop him, and so that'll be key. The defense stepping up and doing that'll be really the key to the game. Waddle and how do you say his name again?
Devon Achane.
Devon Achane. Yeah, so those are the 2 pieces to stop for sure. But Achane, I would let Waddle, and Achane is the one that I have to figure out how to contain.
Well, another one we should highlight who has come back is Darren Waller, who gave the Jets plenty of problems in that Week 4 matchup coming
Superstar.
Yeah, there he was. The quality over quantity. He had 3 catches for 27 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he mossed Sauce Gardner in the end zone for one of those. So
what? Yeah. Wasn't lost in the sauce. if you see what I'm saying. Wasn't he highly sought after free agent this offseason?
Who?
Waller?
He was traded for. He was retired.
Oh, he's
His
retired.
rights
Yeah, I
were
know.
traded
He's
from the New York Giants to the Dolphins. Yeah.
secret weapon off the couch. Here he comes. Slapping the Jets
And,
around. Slapping sauce around.
Yeah, so Sauce isn't here, so sorry, big boy. You're gonna have to find someone else to slap around, which could be an easier challenge. We'll see. Jarvis Brownlee Jr. has also been rolled out. Your boy Marcelino McCurry Ball, who flops on the floor, he's not in this game. Jarvis Brownlee Jr. isn't in this game, so we'll see. If you look at the snap counts from the previous game, the Jets did a lot of shifting around. Isaiah Oliver can play some nickel and some safety. You had Tony Adams play all over the place. Obviously, you had Brandon Stevens. You had Malachi Moore play all over the place. So I believe Ryan Clark's son, Jordan Clark, former Golden Domer, is going to be part of that equation as well, which AG brought up yesterday. So, with Jarvis missing his second straight game with his hip injury, they are going to shuffle around the secondary. So we'll see if any of that factors into how they attack Darren Waller, the tight end, and specifically, to your point, Devon Achane, who has been incredible. Absolutely incredible this season.
Absolutely, yes. So it is a winnable game.
Yes,
especially with a fairly competent. I'm sorry. Hopefully, Justin Fields doesn't hear me as he's bawling in the closet. Holding on to his knee. But yes, this is a winnable game with for the New York Jets.
Yeah, and there's some mana spirit that can be absorbed here. The Dolphins have won 3 in a row and 4 of their last 5. The Jets consider themselves somewhat of a hot team, winning 3 of 5. Dolphins winning, like I said, 3 in a row and 4 of 5. If the Jets can beat the Dolphins, they want to avoid getting swept. They want to keep stacking up wins for AG and keep playing those bits of who wants to fly with them bleeping Jets. So we'd love more of those to be added to the puzzle. And the Dolphins are just sort of a super annoying team. And there's this again. There are elimination scenarios for the Jets in terms of playoffs. And here they are. I'm also writing this for a piece. But if the Jets lose to the Dolphins, they're eliminated. Now, yeah, I know. You may just say, Paul, at 3-9, aren't they going to be eliminated at some point anyway? Probably. But at this point, they have not been eliminated yet. If they lose,
probably. If you use the NFL analytics, that means there's a 25% chance that the Jets make the playoffs?
Probable, I'd put it 75%.
So there's a 75% chance they make the playoffs?
No, I don't know what the math is on that. That's more your department, so I'll leave that one for you. But there's obviously a path that they're not eliminated yet, and I saw there's some viral Instagram video of some guy going through the many iterations that would have to happen for that to come to fruition. But yes, if they lose, they're out, or if the Bills and Jaguars win, they are out. The Bills are hosting the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Jaguars are hosting the Indianapolis Colts. So if they don't control their own destiny, and that normally happens when you're 3-9. So if those two other teams win, they don't. But I would say the motivation for the Jets is this. The Dolphins have a chance to make the playoffs, but if you beat them, you extinguish their playoff flame. So if you can't, it's almost like in fantasy football. A lot of people are playing their fantasy football regular season finales this week. Your 2-10 team rallying to play spoiler and try to drag someone else to hell with you and prevent them from getting into the playoffs. That's sort of the same thing. So if we can F up the Dolphins day, that's a good day for us.
There you go. How many NFL teams? Here's your trivia game question for today. How many NFL teams? Can you play the Jeopardy music?
Sure. Okay, let me pull that up. All right, hang on tight here. All right. Yeah.
Playoffs with a losing record.
Your question cut off there. You blipped out.
How many NFL teams have made the playoffs with a losing record?
Oh, in NFL history?
Correct.
Well, I know right off the top, we've had a few subdivision winners make it. So the Seahawks have made it. That's Beastquake game for sure. So they were 7-9 that season. There's been a few others, especially in that NFC West. But So to save people time, and I won't be able to count them all up, I'm sure, I'll say 8.
It's 4. 4.
Wow. Okay. All right. Maybe I could have named them all.
But
Then. All
but
right.
it is primarily in the NFC pathetic South. Yeah, the
Oh,
2022
NFC
Bucks,
South it has been. Oh, right. NFC South. Right.
the Bucks, the Panthers, and the Seahawks make 3 of the 4, and that team that can't figure out what its name is in Washington D.C. is the other one.
Oh, right. They did with Ron Rivera. Yeah, that's another good one. Okay, nice. That's good trivia. Okay.
But you can't, if you have never seen the 2010. I was actually at work at the power plant when the Seahawks, I believe it was the Saints, for
It was the
Beastquake.
Saints.
And if you have never seen that play, that Marshawn Lynch is the rest of it, that moment is when Marshawn Lynch realized that he would never really have to. He's not a very smart man, but he would never have to work again for the rest of his life. That moment, he didn't even have to play after that moment. That moment alone got him advertising and this, that, or the other that for his whole career. So if you haven't seen that play, the Beastquake 2010 Saints Seahawks playoff game, go. That's worth a googly moogly. So
Well, I will say this because I know FL Phil 98. I saw him, or Philium. I saw him earlier in the chat. That's sort of the heart of his. We've debated about whether division winners should get a home playoff game or not. It was the Saints that were on the other side. The Saints were the defending Super Bowl champions. They won the Super Bowl the previous season against the Indianapolis Colts, and they had a 12-win season. The Seahawks won their division with 7 wins, and there's a 5-win gap. Yet the Saints had to travel to, Seattle. And a lot of people are like, what the hell? Like, if that game would have happened in New Orleans, Seattle doesn't win and all this other stuff is what people say. So that's normally one of the big debate points they look at because that changes history. The Saints get eliminated in the first round. Seattle obviously does not win the Super Bowl that year with that 7-9 team, but they do have that great upset. So, that's normally a big debate point for the division winner, home game, not home game thing that will continue to rage on, I imagine, for many years.
yeah, I mean, and I know it's very clear how you feel, but
Yes.
it's very. They need to go to the NBA method that the top 7 teams in each conference go, and these divisions are ridiculous. They're arbitrary. They make no sense. You can still play teams twice a year, but yeah, there should never be a losing team when the other teams with a better record don't make it in, and let alone a home playoff game. But anyways, I digress.
Yes. In the NBA, 8 teams make the playoffs on each side, and really, technically, if you count the play-in tournament, which now exists for that 7 to 10 range that you battle out and try to figure out who's going to make it in there, they have more teams that are in the playoff mix. But it is stacked up north to south, 1 to 8. So yes, and there you go. FL Phil 98 saying yes, and I believe Charlemagne agrees with me. So there you go. On that,
We are
debate.
aligned, Philium. We are aligned.
There you
And,
go. Beautiful.
Charlemagne, appreciate your acknowledgement.
God bless. Blessed be he.
And plus
Pop
2
is-
for spelling. Plus 2 for spelling. Nice
yeah,
job.
there you go. Very nice. Yes, that's bonus points to Gryffindor there. Is there anything else you wanted to get to before we go to the fans today?
Yeah, it just really, and I've been advocating for this for a long time. Whether it's whatever side of the coin it's on, right?
Okay.
Justin Fields has dug his own closet, if you will. They can go cry in, whether they told him he has a knee injury or he told them, whichever way it is. This is the time to let Brady cook. I would tell you that we talked about a few minutes ago. I believe firmly that if Tyrod Taylor had started the season and had stayed reasonably healthy, the Jets right now are in the top. They're in the 6 or 7 spot in the playoffs based on games that were lost. That's not where we're at. And Tyrod Taylor, although I would advocate for him to be a bridge quarterback to come back based on how the rest of the season plays out, I would, in a couple weeks, I would let Brady start. And you got to figure at some point, once the hopefully not shocking event that the Jets are eliminated from the playoffs, then why wouldn't you use one of the last games? You don't run him out the rest of the season. He didn't have the full runway to get ready, but I would get him ready to start a game and with a plan in mind. You don't have to tell the media, keep it to yourself, with a clear plan in mind to let Brady start one of these games with the right, and then you can find out what you have.
I agree. My fear for two of the things you just said are the same. Tyrod starting from the beginning of the season, would he still be healthy here heading into week 14? I can't answer that because that's a alternative reality that doesn't exist. And number two, him coming back is, can he stay healthy? Being the bridge. I think everything, he seems to be a great guy in the locker room. He's obviously shows at 36 years of age, he still has enough wheels to do what he needs to do from that perspective. He's throwing the ball, giving his guys chances. All that's good in the hood. The only part that I fear is his health. So to me, if you bring Tyrod back, which I'm open to, you better have another veteran in the room or
That's absolutely right.
someone to have to further insulate that young quarterback to prevent him from, nope, Tyrod's a guy. Oh, he's hurt. Okay, rookie, time to go. Like, I don't want them to shift their plan. Like, if they have a plan that the rookie will eventually see the field, then God bless, so be it. But if they have a plan where they're like, God, this guy ain't touching the field, and Tyrod gets hurt, well, plans change. See you, kid. Like that, I would be not jiggy with, as the kids say.
I'm 100% right, and the beauty is, depending on Tyrod's version of reality, the beauty is with drafting a rookie quarterback with Tyrod on a similar contract to that what he has now, that you could afford to have another veteran on the roster. You're not at some insane amount, but you would still, in salary cap sense, it would still make sense, even if the Jets drafted a quarterback, give Tyrod a comparable inflation equivalent salary to what he's currently making. Then you have somebody as a emergency break-in, because I'm 100% aligned with you. I don't want to. Well, sorry, rookie. Here you go. I don't want that to happen to the Jets. So right, have another opportunity. Stack yourself like the Giants did or like Minnesota did last year. That's what I would recommend.
Yeah, and again, I don't like bringing up the season. I hope I never have to again, but I know I have this Aaron Rodgers book behind me, so I'll be reminded of it every once in a while when I randomly stumble into it. But 2023, the Jets told Zach Wilson, go read a book. They literally told him that. Go read a book and get away from football and, reset in the offseason, come back. And they said, the great thing about this is he is not going to see the field. He could just learn. And 4 plays into the season, just kidding, save us. And it was just bizarre. And I don't want that to happen again. So hopefully history will not repeat itself from that perspective. Pop, are you ready for the old phone calls and more? But before we get that, actually, let me, our number one Austrian Jet fan baby gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership earlier.
Hey now.
Let's add that to the total. Number one Austrian Jet fan, appreciate you, buddy. You have 3 raffle tickets to our contest, which I'll highlight those prizes here in just a second. Pop, do you have that person that was gifted this membership readily available?
I will. I can play the Jeopardy theme as I coast back.
Yeah, sure.
Let me coast back. It was a while ago. All right. Are you kidding? It's John Hepburn 7631.
Oh, Hep. Nice. All right. Hep with a membership. Wonderful. Hep, welcome to the Boy Green Coffee Club, or welcome back. It's a more proper way to say that, I suppose. So excellent work. And it's already represented Austrian. We have you there tied with our buddy NC Green with 3 raffle tickets so far this month.
I've missed some of the shows. What's the prize package?
Yes, so let's highlight that prize package here on the program. One of the centerpieces.
It's the only time anyone's ever going to ask you to show your package on the show.
Well, I hope so. I hope so. I'd rather not do, as Adam Gase once said, a deep dive into the groin. Don't want to do one of those. Thank you very much. He said that about C.J. Mosley. We're going to do a deep dive into his groin. A lot of people went, what? Very strange. There you go. An Adam Gase reference here in 2025. Why not ahead of the Jets-Dolphins game? Makes a lot of sense. This beautiful tribute shirt. Shout out to the New York Jets for making this. A true Jet written on the back where the nameplate is, the jersey number 74, and this Nick Mangold representation of his face with the beard and hair and backwards hat, aviators, Jets logo. The Jets created these shirts with the proceeds going to the National Kidney Foundation. Unfortunately, that's the reason we lost Nick Mangold far too soon. And so I was able to purchase this shirt, and that money goes to National Kidney Foundation, which is a great place. And then for you guys out there in the universe, this shirt will go to you. This is the centerpiece of our raffle giveaway. We'll also have some Jets Christmas-related items in here, including I'll reveal this, a Santa New York Jets Santa Funko Pop will be in the mix here, and some other Christmas gizmos and gadgets. So Jets related, which is really cool. So happy holidays, everybody! Every $3 you spend here on the channel gets you a chance to win this awesome tribute shirt and so much more. All the raffle tickets can be collected here during the month of December. We'll gift that away on January 1st. To kick off the year 2026, and we're celebrating our anniversary. We started doing this raffle giveaway a year ago today. So shout out to that in the month of December, which is terrific.
Yeah, and that's actually Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music, not Jeopardy. My bad.
That's okay. I wasn't going to bring that up, but I guess the
that
chat
is
did that.
That is a nice shirt, so definitely a great prize.
No question about it. So that's it's cool, and we'll see if any other Nick Mangold stuff pops up in our future. Absolutely love it, and again, one of the great Jets of all time. And again, salute to him and his family as they continue to go through this very difficult time. This very difficult time indeed. So thank you, Austrian Jet fan. And then also shout out to Paul Taxt earlier with your 5-pack, which put you in second place. All right, Papa, you ready for some phone calls?
All right. Hey, now, let's go.
There we go. There's only one person that can do it. It's the latest member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Pep, kick us off.
1, 2, 3. Whoa! Boy Green, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. The New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. Everyone,
J-E-T-S, Jets.
Boy Green, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green.
J-E-T-S, Jets.
Let's go!
There you go. That is the Hepster, baby. Let's go. He has made his call, and we've got a couple hundred people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. That's a free way to contribute to this program. We're getting closer and closer to 10,000 subscribers, which would be a pretty cool number to get to. I know we'll get there one day. That's for sure. But when is the question? We'll see. Folks, make sure you keep it rolling. Speaking of, let's go to the latest member of the Boy Green Coffee Club. Hep joins us here to kick us off. Hep.
Hello, Mr. Lockwood. No,
I gotta get that. I do gotta get that. Shout out to Mr. Famous Fulton. The next time he calls in, I'm gonna be at the ready. He's gonna give it to
record
us in
that.
full flower,
Yeah.
and we'll screen grab that one for sure.
Also get a little clip of "Singing in the Rain."
Oh, you
Because
gotta get that one too.
Yeah,
a
that's
good one.
good because on a rainy day or something like that, or a rainy football game, you could punch that in there.
Sure. Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah.
I really called to say I'm already a member of the coffee club because I'm on the. I get all the emojis and all that stuff.
Oh.
And so
Maybe you have a long lost brother here. That's odd,
so.
or someone similar. I don't know. Pop read it off, so I didn't
so
see it
strange.
myself. Okay, all right. Interesting.
Because the only way I know because I put it on the automatic on my credit card because it's easier to do that. You do it on the automatic hookup because I'm so technically challenged. I mean, thank God I got it to do that. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like
there you go. All right.
No. I got it. I apologize. Hold on. Let me. I'd like a do-over, please.
Okay, sure.
Like
all right, 1 second. All right, let me redo everything. Whoa, our number one Austrian Jet fan just gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Hit those chimes, baby. Hey, Pop, do you got the latest member of the Boy Green Coffee Club?
Yes, I do. It's Chris Chill 212. Chris Chill 212.
Christopher. Great to have you a part of the family. Christopher. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Chris. Yeah.
All right. So I'm glad we straightened that out. And what else? I'm looking forward to seeing this kid Brady and see what happens. But anyway, I just wanted to do a quick shout out and to say goodbye, Mr. Lockwood.
Excellent. Thank you, Hipster, joining us here on the program. Yeah, great. See, Pop, we're all for it. We had a quick, whatever it is, a quick audible at the line of scrimmage, quick fix key. All right, let's get some breakfast order in. We got EZ. What are we cooking, EZ? Is this a Western?
What's that green stuff in there?
Pepper, green pepper.
Oh, yeah. Wait, let me blow it up. Let me go full screen there. Yeah, give us another look at that pan, easy. Let's see. We got peppers. Oh, okay. Is this
Some
a
kind
Western
of sausage? What is that? Yeah.
This is an everything omelet. I got
okay.
onions, pepper, mushroom, tomato, and chopped bacon.
Wow.
Oh, chopped bacon.
Delicious.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
And 4 eggs.
Oh, 4 eggs. Nice. I like eggs.
And over here, I have some coffee with some William Evans honey bourbon and some milk.
Okay.
Did you say bourbon?
Oh yeah, that's right. We're getting started. It's a beautiful Saturday.
Let's get this party started. Look at that.
Yeah, baby.
William Evans honey.
Nice.
This stuff is good too, just for sipping.
Okay. Tasty. All right.
What's the coffee cream whiskey ratio?
I don't. Well, I used like about this half a shot glass because I don't want to go too nuts. Just enough to give it that flavor. I'm out of sugar and I'm out of Splenda, so I use William Evans honey.
There you go. You know what? You got a zig.
Hey, I wanted to zag, but I had to zig, man.
Well, there you go.
There you go. You will be willing to pivot. That's it. That's important. Yep.
Now, I have a dynamic with my son, kind of like you do, Pops, where we get along generally, but there's a lot of times we don't. And never once in any of my conversations with my son or his conversations with me did we ever mention each other's junk. So that's kind of a taboo subject, man.
Yeah, that's a little weird, Pop.
I don't even remember mentioning it. So just so you know, I don't have like a lot of people have a filter that they process.
Neither of you do.
And so so if I said it, I actually don't even remember it. So it comes in. I have to have a 1,000% filter at work, and so when I'm not at work, I just leave it on the nightstand. So
so I kind of agree with you, Pops. Justin Fields said, "I'll do whatever it takes to help this team win." And at this point, helping this team win would be for him to do a wildcat package or be a tailback because he has super talent. It's not like we're asking, Chad Pennington to be a tailback.
Correct. Right.
And I'm not talking about his quarterbacking talents. I'm just talking
I get what
about
you're saying.
Chad. He was a little guy. He was a friend. I mean, Justin Fields is one of the bigger quarterbacks in the league.
For sure.
And he's fast. And if he wants to play NFL football, really wants to play NFL football, and he's on the Jets offense. And what is the last word in his position?
Back.
Back. Yeah. Get your ass in the field and run with the fucking ball. That's part of your job. You are a quarterback. That just means you're the closest back to the center. That's all it means. It has evolved into a passer, but anybody in the backfield can throw a ball. Any eligible receiver can throw a ball. What are they going to tell Breece Hall? We want you to throw the pass in this play. He goes, no, I don't throw passes. No, that's bullshit.
That's a good point.
He's a quarterback. He's an NFL eligible receiver and runner. Get in the back, and we're going to fake something and put you in a position to give you – we're not going to have you run up the middle. I mean, we're not idiots, but we want to get you the ball in open space so you can do your fucking magic. And if he's refusing to do that, then you fire his ass and cut him. That's it. Yeah. I mean, I love the kid. I really do. I think he's a good kid. I think he's got good character. I think he's a religious man. I think all these things. But if he's asked to do something and he wants to play, and he wants to earn his money and his keep.
Yeah.
Go out there and put your if you're gonna talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk.
Yeah.
If you said you're gonna do anything to help this team win, and get your ass on the field and help the
Prove
team
it.
win.
Yeah, and the Jets need to play a little hardball with him, right? You know, if you are refusing to take the field, if you're not going to support the team, then you're not going to get the paycheck. We're going to cut you. We're going to arbitrate, and you're not going to get your money. I mean, why would they pay?
Although
they're going to give away, $10 or $15 million. I'll give them my address.
But here's the problem. Now that he's pulled this injury card, right? Knee soreness. How could a doctor knee soreness is knee soreness? There's no diagnosis. Yeah, I guess his knee is sore. So that's the perfect. It's not like he says have a broken arm. The doctor evaluates it, says no, you don't. Your arm is not broken. He's saying he has knee soreness, or if he the next day concussion symptoms. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little hazy. There's no way to prove that.
It's going to be hard to say the knee soreness lasts the next 14 months.
His knee is sore from riding a stationary bike on the sidelines for the last 2 weeks.
Right.
That's the way I look at it.
Well, there you go, Easy. Beautiful. I'll let you get back to cooking, but you're doing a terrific job there, Easy. Terrific. We love you, Easy. We love you, pal. And speaking of love, we have a super chat coming in here. Every time we get a super chat, we hear from my daughter, Zariah Luna.
Wow.
Andrew C318, thank you for the $2 super chat, pal. Love you guys. Yeah, I love you too, pal. And thanks for interacting with the program. This is an absolute dream, as my pop was indicating earlier about the difficulties or non-difficulties that exist with my job. It's a pretty sweet gig. So I appreciate that. Andrew C, before the end of the month, you're $1 away from a raffle ticket. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to do it today. You can do it at some other point in the future. Let's go back to the phone lines. Ricky New York Live is here. Ricky.
Live.
Wrong show.
Hey, how's it going, Paul?
What's up, pal?
You know what? I think this is just an excuse. And, there's a lot of guys that will say, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, whatever. Anything the team needs me to do, anything I can do to help this team win. That should be Justin Fields' attitude. And if it's not, show him the door. Absolutely. I wanted to touch back on something. The other day, I gave you an idea for our new defensive coordinator.
Yes.
And credit to you, you were able to pull up the picture right away. Patrick Surtain Sr. However, I had sat back and I really thought about this. And as much as schematically and stuff that it would make sense, listening to Aaron Glenn talk like he was a Jet, always a Jet. When he spoke of Nick Mangold, a true Jet. Aaron Glenn is a Jet at heart.
Yep.
Surtain played the same position, and being that it's Miami week, he was a Dolphin. I think those two guys, I think it's fair to say those two guys pretty much hate each other. So digging a little bit deeper and putting a little bit more thought to that, there ain't no way in hell that's going to happen. The bad blood between those two teams runs deep. Long before there was a Tom Brady, the Dolphins were my most hated team. I hated Jason Taylor. I hated Zach Thomas in particular. I just hated the Dolphins. And being here in Florida and being surrounded by their fans, it just makes me hate them even more. I would like nothing better than to go out there and just boot stomp them and just kick their ass this week. And hey, you know what? I've got a good feeling.
Hey, real quick, Ricky, why did Florida State fire old PS1 there, Patrick Surtain Sr.? Why? What happened?
I think sadly that he's just the scapegoat. I mean, the defense gave up a lot of points this year, but this is the thing. When your pass rush doesn't get home, like pretty much ever, you're asking a lot of young guys to just sit back there and cover for, extended periods of time. And I don't think it was anything that he did coaching wise. The players, former players and stuff are in an uproar. Antonio Cromartie was taking shots at him. A lot of people were taking shots at the coach for this decision. They are not happy about it. And Antonio Cromartie Jr., who is on our team right now, not happy about it. You know how it goes when you have a bad season. Heads are going to roll. And the exact reason we were even talking about a Wilkes replacement to begin with. Unfortunately, I think he was the scapegoat, and in my opinion, they picked the wrong one. They picked the wrong position coach to put on the chopping block. I think that was a terrible decision. If I was them, I'd be looking at their defensive line coach instead. But what's done is done. You can't do too much about it. But that was kind of a head scratcher, and nobody saw it coming. Like that was a real shock when it happened. But it is what it is. All I know is I want to beat the Dolphins, and like Baldinger said, the attitude is starting to show. It's slow, but it's developing. And you know what? We've got the right coach. And when you listen to Aaron Glenn, like I really love all the clips that they showed this week of Aaron Glenn talking to the guys on the sideline. Azarie, hey, love the celebration, but calm down, get ready to go out there and play the next snap.
Right.
Dude, it's just so different listening to a real football player talk to the players as opposed to, Sala with, his quote of the day crap that he used to do. It's different. It feels different. And, I was pounding the drum for Aaron Glenn since day one. And I admit, when it got to be like week 5, week 6, and we still didn't have a win, there was a little bit of doubt starting to creep in there for me too. Like I was like, damn, this is really bad. I did not expect it to be this rough. I knew it would take a while, but that I didn't see that coming. But I've never really lost faith, and now even the biggest Glenn doubters and stuff are starting to kind of come around and go, hey, wait a minute, maybe we got something. But all that enthusiasm and hope that we had back in training camp with tackling in camp, you got to tackle, you got to block, thinking we got a real football guy in here for a change. Thank God. Those feelings are all starting to come back now. And dude, I think we got the right guy for the job. I think long term, this is going to be great for us. And that's the thing. We all wanted results now, but Aaron Glenn's playing the long game. He doesn't. And people are like, oh, we could have won more games if we had Roger. Yeah, this year, and then we start the rebuild next year.
Right.
There's an old saying, don't put off till tomorrow what you can get done today.
100%.
We're starting to rebuild now. The quicker we start rebuilding, the quicker we can become competitive again. And Glenn is building a team that's going to compete for years to come, not just this year, and then back to the drawing board next year. So I got all the faith. I told you last week we were going to win, and I'm going to restate that this week. I think we're going to win again this week. And a division win, that Glenn's going to put extra emphasis on that, and I'm ready to go, man.
Well, let's stack them and rack them, Ricky. Love it, and thank you so much for joining us here on the program. One of the best. All right, Pop, let's keep going down the phone lines here on the program. Up next, the Dream.
Hey, boy Green, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
My father is a Dolphins fan.
Okay, I'm sorry to
So
hear that.
we're gonna have to split sides to this Sunday, all right?
Okay.
And I'm thinking like, God, we you know, give up on the season? No, right?
Okay. Right. right?
And two of my best friends back up in I live in Jacksonville, right?
Okay. All right.
Two of my best friends back up in Jersey are Dolphins fans. I need to stick it to them.
Yeah.
We need to stick it to them,
I
right?
agree. Yeah.
You agree, right?
Yeah. Let's stick it to him. I'm all
Yeah,
for it. Screw the Dolphins, baby.
his name is Don, and
Okay.
the other one, his name is Morales, and we need to
Okay.
stick it to them. And then there's in season, right?
Yeah. Let's do it. I like
mean,
it.
it's like, oh, and dude, no, the season is over when we say it's over. How about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. That's good. I like that message. Yeah. And it ain't over yet. The dream, not the dream.
Yeah, well, I'm, I'm part of it. All right, go on. You can hang up on me.
What? Has he been drinking a lot of that coffee from Easy there?
Wow. Okay. Well, I agree with the main point of that. Screw the Dolphins. So yeah, let's Dolphins fans in New Jersey. What the hell? All right. Anywho, let's get to the next caller here. Neil Senior.
Morning, guys.
What's the dream?
That's a tough act to follow, right there.
Well, that's what happens. That's what happens.
Pop, how you feeling about your boy Quentin Williams after that last game? 4 tackles for the whole game, 1 assist. I'm telling you, he is the worst. He's not even a top 10 defensive lineman. He's not even the best lineman on your team. He's the 3rd best lineman on your team. Do you agree?
I think that he is a valuable member of that defensive line. I think he's brought a lot to the team. He didn't show up and show out that last week, but he has previously. And I think it's not effort that it's so much different stats than it was when he was with the Jets. It's more of the players around him. It's just helping him be successful. Absolutely. So I'm not, one game doesn't a season make you, because you could apparently whatever he had the same breakfast that Pickens had, right? Who didn't show up on Thursday night either.
That was, well, unfortunately, your team has it's the diva squad. I call Dallas. The divas. They love to be divas. That's not a team that mirrors your attitude from what I've seen with you. It's certainly not the team you would have. The way that, what I'm saying? Don't they seem a little diva-ish? The receivers, and it's always something with Dallas. But I don't want to, I don't want to rain on it. I just wanted to say the Quentin Williams you saw was the one you just saw, not the one from the first game where he tried to show out. Because he had. It's like when you get on the, when you go for the first date and they look real pretty, and then they take their makeup off on the 3rd date, and that's what you have. That's what you got with Quentin. Believe me, you're not going to get any better than what you saw the other day. He jogs around. I watched him all season and all last season. And believe me when I tell you, it was a big, fat, good riddance to him when we got him. And you guys paid us a lot for him. So I'm happy. I hope he ends up being fine. But I think he would have been better off keeping Micah Parsons at the end of the day. I don't think you could put the two guys in the same, category as far as right. I mean, Micah Parsons is a game wrecker. Quinn Williams is not wrecking a game. That's for sure.
Yeah, I would. Just a couple things, not to make this a show about this, but I would tell you that the Micah Parsons trade has been an overwhelming victory for the Cowboys. And I've talked about it before. They've been able to re-sign multiple players. They got Quentin Williams. That was all part of it. I don't look at the Jets trade in isolation. It is a result of the Micah Parsons trade. So the salary cap room that they got Quentin Williams. They got Kenny Clark as well. So multiple Pro Bowl players, money to sign Bland and Tyler Smith. So anyways, long story short, I'm very happy with it. I'd say 1 game out of 3 is a little early to pull the trigger on the
I get it.
demise of Quinn Williams.
Well, I don't know. He's looking for a bag, right? You got to pay him a contract at the end of the
100%.
year.
Well, that's why we've got to see what the rest of the year holds up, and if
See how
there's
much.
see how much, or if it or they just let the current contract ride.
So you'll be all right with him. At the end of the day, you still got a chance to see him. It's not like you're stuck with him. Like the Colts are stuck with Sauce Gardner's contract. I mean, it's not like that. That one I'm really excited about, way more than Quinn's. But anyway, I just want to talk about the bridge. Let's forget about the draft a second. Let's look at who is going to be under center for the Jets in 2026.
Okay.
Because right now, that's a big fat question mark.
For
and
sure.
I want to. I heard a big story yesterday from Evan Roberts about Kyle Murray.
Yeah.
Pops, what's your feeling on Kyle Murray? I mean, I don't like him and all that, but we need somebody that's going to give us some sizzle, as a bridge next year, because we certainly don't want the rookie to be going out there anytime before game 10 or 12 or whatever. And we certainly want a chance to win. And what's your thought, Pop, on what we do as a bridge? What are you thinking? I'm curious.
I would think Kyler Murray would be an option as that bridge quarterback, and I don't think he'd be expensive. So I believe it would be something to consider. And I've, literally, it really is, what's the strategy? Is there someone in 2026 draft you like? Are you going to wait to 2027? That's the level of the bridge quarterback I would get based on when I thought I was going to make the big splash in the draft for the quarterback. So I do think Kyler Murray's an option. We actually talked about it on a show about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I do think he brings a lot to the table, and a change of scenery may very well show up that he's got a lot left in the tank. So we don't really know. So I wouldn't overpay him, but he'd definitely be one of the options I would consider.
That's the whole problem with him, is he's got this contract, that the only way I think he could restructure his contract is if they dump him, otherwise.
Which could happen. Totally could happen.
Right. I think we do a little trade swap with him and Justin Fields. Let's give him a little.
If they want him, God bless.
Let's take him a little, because his salary's big. It would be a good fit. Hey, look, I'll give you a little, because Justin Fields is still going to be a backup in this league.
Probably somewhere, yeah.
Right? And they might make a reclamation project out of him. Who the hell knows? And if we could swap out the salaries, they absorb a little of ours, we absorb a little of his, and we make a deal before he hits the open market. Because if he hits the open market, there'll be some teams after him. Not because of how good he is, it's because there's really nothing much else out there.
Right.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, the other options, you got, Anthony Richardson, you got Will Levis, you got, the only thing about Will Levis is, he's played on the Titan team, which has been real shitty.
Yeah.
You might, that's the argument you can make for Will Levis, saying, well, if he's on a better team, maybe he'll pop a little bit,
Although he eats bananas with the peel on, and he drinks his coffee with mayo in it. That's those are some red flags. 100%. Give that a Google search after this one. It's disgusting.
That's Will Levis. What about Anthony Richardson? He's a big dude.
Talented kid. Again, if the Jets are like, hey, man, somebody's got to play quarterback next year, and we just want to have a project and mess around, and if we lose, we have a better pick, then all right, sure.
I personally like what the hell's the guy on Jesus. I look at a quarterback and then I forget the name, but I'll remember it. But my point being, I think we need to focus on a bridge, on what we're going to do at the bridge level. I think that's more important. We definitely should take a quarterback this time, Pop, because it's a lottery ticket. I don't want to hear about next year's draft and who's better and who's this and who's that. I'm interested to see. I want to see Mendoza tonight. If he performs tonight,
Ohio State,
helps them beat Ohio State, and he has a good game. Obviously, his draft capital is going to soar, but
for sure.
I will be hearing many, many, many more names. For me, it's way too early to dive into this draft class quarterback conversation, because and I know come March, there's going to be at least 2 quarterbacks we've never talked about that are going to be talked
There
about as
always are.
top 10, right? Matt Mendoza
Yeah.
wasn't a top 10 discussion 6 months ago or 8 months ago before the season.
He was
right?
not.
So
But
we got a long way to go there. I want to focus on a bridge. And,
focus on a bridge. I like it. So, yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that bridge real quick, Pop. That's an interesting comment from Neil, and salute to Neil. Do you have a preferred bridge option at this point for the New York Jets?
Yeah, I don't know. I have an overriding bridge, but I tell you that at the top might be Kyler Murray for the right amount of money, depending on what it would cost. I think, do you make a deal with the Cardinals? I think that I would make the Cardinals eat most of that shit sandwich that they made with Kyler Murray. And you know what? Because it's not like this is the missing piece for the Super Bowl. The Jets have the option to let it ride, right? Like let the Cardinals cut him. There's no deal to be there. They make them eat the full sandwich, and then if he was available to scoop up, I definitely would consider him.
To your point, I think, right? So if they're forced to cut him, which by the way, there's a time bomb on that it's not like they could cut him now or then it doesn't make any difference. On the 5th day of the new league year, which is like going to be March 17th or something, they're going to owe him $20 million more guaranteed dollars for the following season. So it's a ticking time bomb, like, oh boy, a bluff call of 2 teams staring at each other. And if they cut him, they have to eat it all. So to your point, if you're the Jets, you come up to them and say, "Hey, Cardinals, we're here to help you out." Instead of eating 100% of it, what about 98% of it? You save 2%. We're helping you out, and then we get the guarantee Kyler Murray. We don't lose him to anyone else. And I would say that I see in the streets that a lot of Jet fans are down on Kyler Murray. He's short. He plays video games. He sucks. Look at his numbers, folks. I think we need to. Before we start throwing rocks, saying, you fucking suck, buddy, turn around, look in the mirror, look at where we've been at, and say, hey, is Kyler some of those things you're criticizing for? Maybe, but it's better than our shit, right? And I'm not saying he has to be the option, but I think he's a better option than a lot of Jet fans are giving credit for out in the streets. And he's had a lot of individual statistical success.
Yeah, and I've said it before, right? I mean, it's a reality check, right? Peyton Manning is not hanging around waiting for the Jets to sign him, right?
Right.
Whether it's Danny Dimes or pick any other quarterback that the Jets may or may not have had an opportunity on the past few years, it's hard to look down your nose at some of these players when they're not good enough to be a Jet. Look at this cadre that we have behind. Oh shit.
Right.
Yeah, they got to be realistic. Right. And would Kyler Murray, is he the dream selection? No. Is he better than anything the Jets have had at starting quarterback for a decade? Probably.
Right. So that's sort of my point. So I think I'm not saying Kyler should 100% be the option, but I'm saying Jet fans, we shouldn't just poo-poo and say, "Pop, obviously not him." And a lot of Jet fans have. I've seen it all over social media. To me, like I said, that's sort of a bizarre thought. I don't know. Let's evaluate, and I said this before, and I'll say it again. Let's vet every possible option that exists there in the universe, and let's weigh them, and let's make sure that we do our homework. Let's do this. We'll get one last call on here before we put a bow on this puppy. East Zone Coverage will wrap us up. What's up, pal?
Morning, fellas. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Top of the morning. Happy holidays.
Doing well. Happy holidays. I was just watching Neil on your show here, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, Neil, those are some pretty hot takes. I really just wanted to come on, and I was on Ricky's show the other night, and
Awesome.
we were actually talking about the idea of a bridge with Luppy, and I firmly believe that Tyrod is the perfect bridge quarterback, and here's why.
Okay.
From the management perspective, they can make the case that Tyrod was the same guy that the Buffalo Bills leveraged in order to break their playoff drought. And they did so, wanted to win. Traded up in the draft the following year and took Josh Allen, right? They have 3 first-round picks in the following draft. They can build up their team in this draft class with more of AG's guys in order to then build, a better foundation for a young man to then come in and win early and on. So, I mean, that's just my take on it. I know everyone's going to say that Tyrod needs to prove that he can stay healthy, but again, from a management perspective, if you have Tyrod out there who's a good locker room guy, who could be a good mentor, who can do some things out on the field, he's not going to ever be a world beater. He'll be 37 next season. He is what he is. And the expectation really is that he probably isn't going to play a full season. So if and when he does get hurt and you don't have a fail safe behind him, then you do then create better odds while building your team to then say our justification for not doing better is the fact that our would-be guy went down and that there wasn't a better fallback option, where then you have more leverage to be higher up in the draft for a reason. And then you have even more leverage to then have to give up less in order to move up if you need to move up in the draft. So that, and then I also wanted to see if Neil was going to be on still, because I'm also kind of a cigar aficionado. Tatiana's all day, baby. Tatiana's.
Ooh, okay. I'm a big fan. Thank you, East Zone Coverage. Neil not on here, so we'll have to see. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I was just going to say Sweet Euphoria. I mean, it literally smells like chocolate when you take it out of the box. It's just so good. Highly recommend.
All right. All right. Thank you, East Zone Coverage, for joining us here on the program. Yeah, I would say, wouldn't it be wild that Tyrod Taylor ended the 17-year playoff drought for the Bills, and then he could end the 15-year playoff drought of the Jets? I mean, that'd be quite the thing to have on his resume if that was to be the case. Again, let's get some compelling thoughts there from East Zone Coverage. Let's wrap up there. Pop, your final reactions to it.
Yeah, on that, and let's just step back and think about the Jets for a minute. And this is another reason. Again, I'm not advocating Tyrod be the only horse in the barn, but realize that most rookie quarterbacks, the reluctance of people to start a rookie quarterback is because normally you draft a high quarterback in the first round. Because you look at Jimmy Clausen, you look at the Carr kid from Houston, right? Those kids got taken to Pound Town, and not in the good way. But you look at the Jets, and it's a unique situation. They have a very young offensive line. They have a decent stable of running backs. Whatever Breece Hall stays, goes, you still have Agent Zero and Isaiah Davis, and you have a clear number one wide receiver and an exciting new rookie tight end. So you take those things into account. It's not like the cupboard is bare. There are holes to fill. There are things the Jets have to do. But I would tell you that if you just think about, the things you're worried about for a rookie quarterback or a bridge quarterback, the Jets are in pretty good shape with their young offensive line, dynamic wide receiver one and tight end, in a solid running back room. So, I think it's if you take team A and you're like, hey, would you like to come play for that? We're going to take the name off the team for a second. Would you like to go play for this team? That sounds pretty good. It's the Jets. Oh, but anyways, so I think yes on Tyrod coming back, and yes on getting another backup bridge, if you will, so that we don't have to put the rookie out there. But I would tell you, if you had to put the rookie out there, he's probably in better shape than some in the past, like Will, the weird coffee mayo guy.
Will
right?
Levis, yeah.
Yeah, that cupboard was pretty bare. He didn't have all those things I just said that the Jets have, and it hasn't worked out too well for him. So, I would just also like to say to everyone that tomorrow, make sure that you remember to tip your waiters and bartenders, as Boy Green is giving you a free play-by-play, which is the next gen. If you go back and you look at the replay of the block kick or the field goal made last week, there's some pretty good play-by-play. So make sure as you're watching that free play-by-play that you support the show, support the channel, and subscribe.
Well, thank you so much for those compliments. I've really enjoyed doing it, so thank you for everyone who peer pressured me into it. Again, normally I just preferred to watch it alone in my living room, but I've enjoyed a new viewing experience for the majority of this season, and it's been refreshing. So it's been great to watch it with all of you guys out there in the universe. As we wrap up, Pop, I'll go back to the poll that we put up at the beginning of the show. Just to give you guys the final tally here. Again, do you think this Justin Fields injury is legit or faking an injury so he doesn't have to play again? For those who missed it, article in the YouTube description down below. Justin Fields' knee soreness was the reason that he did not, is going to be out for this game and could be out for the future. Either yes, totally legit, or no, this is sketchy, fishy. 80% of the fans saying sketchy, fishy. So, who knows if we'll ever know the true answer to that question, but interesting nonetheless.
Interesting nonetheless.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to our Saturday edition here of Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. Shout out to the 100 people that are watching on YouTube. Like that video. Or Pop, what do you like to say?
Take that like button to Pound Town.
That would be the way to do it, folks. Only 43 likes, but 100 people in the room. That math don't math. So make sure you guys like the video on the way out. And also make it a part of your routine. As soon as you come into Boy Green Daily, just hit that like button. Again, that helps get this Jet show in front of other Jet fans out in the universe. We'll be back tomorrow for full coverage. We'll have our Boy Green Daily game day preview show. The Jets-Dolphins game with NFL insider Matt Lombardo. We'll have that live watch party and play-by-play analysis, followed up by the post-game show, and we'll have articles throughout the day. God bless everybody. Take care, and Pop, we'll see you next time.
Have a great day, Coffee Club.